Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 1036. Hello, it's Mike Matthews broadcasting from Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro, Valentino, the last place on earth. Today, it's the return of the much-loved news segment, Matthews News, with an interesting news story. Plus, we will hear from Madame Rootabega, Valentino, and Bison Bentley.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And I have not done a show in a while, evidently.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Yeah, well, if you could think a nice thought for a guy who caught the strep throat is not having a good time. So when he's not at work, I fill his spot, and that means I can't do this podcast every day. So the name of the show is Alive! The only thing in the news for the past week has been Scalia,
Mike's Daily Podcast,
and Washington partisanship. But this news came out
Mike's
about an interesting
Daily
partnership
Podcast
between Rihanna and Drake.
Yeah!
Their latest collaboration went to number one, and that means now that Rihanna has more number ones than Michael Jackson. Wow, seems like yesterday she came out with Pon de Replay, and I said, what does that even mean, Pon de Replay? Dang it! And I shouted it out just like that. Folks, it's been so, I wanted to do this podcast, but there's been no time. My other job, that usually I work about 6 hours out a day, it stretched me to 8 hours, and those extra 2 hours I usually did my podcast in, and there was 2 hours taken out of my life every day that I could not do this podcast. Yes, this show takes me about 2 hours to do, because I got to track down the podcast picture, I got to write the stupid song that you heard me sing at the beginning. I sound so bitter today, so full of just erg. I'm full of erg today. But I'm not really. I guess I'm happy. I'm full of vegetables. I just ate a bunch of vegetables. I had, get this, on my plate, which was made completely in the microwave. I had green beans, the long string green beans. The kind of, oh my God, look at this one. Hello, Michael Matthews, this is Madame Rootabega, and I love the string bean. Oh. Yeah, and I didn't even clip off the end. I kept the sharp, jagged end of the string bean. Michael Matthews, I love Alanis Morissette, jagged little pill. Oh. Yeah. No, I wasn't having jagged little pills. I was having jagged little string beans, green beans. With the, usually you get them when they've been cut. I took the real ones, threw that in the microwave with some squash and broccoli and cauliflower. That's all sitting in me right now. Oh, and some spinach. Because I'm a healthy mother. Oops, hey, how did that happen? And it's good for you, if you feel, and there was just a little bit of ground turkey. Mike, are you a vegetarian? No, I just answered your question. Were you listening? I had ground turkey. That's an animal. So I guess I'm still eating animals. Even though I love animals. I love to eat them. No, I love, I have my dog, Basil the Boxer. And there, he just said hi. He said hi to you. I love, I was born, my mom's German, for crying out loud. And she, fed meat to me like I was some kind of lion. Look who else just walked in.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the parking attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Mike, it looks like you like to eat a lot of meat day.
Yeah, you're a meat eater. Do you know that? Yes, I'm a meat eater. I'm not a protein eater. Ugh. I hate when people refer to meat as protein. If you're going to call it protein, at least call it the way they called protein back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Protein. Yes, I'm having a protein shake. Yes, I would like protein with my falafel. Or whatever it is you're eating. Man, Since I last talked to you, I went and got a falafel. I got 5 free falafels. Say that 5 times fast. 5 free falafels, and it was part of a deal because I've got that 5-star thing. I know, that's so scary. 5-star is this little plastic fob thing that you put on your keychain, a little plastic piece of plastic. And when you buy something, they scan it, and you can get like rewards after you've scanned it a couple of times. Kind of like the old, school when you'd go to Subway and they'd stamp your ticket when you ate there a bunch of times. Go watch a Seinfeld. It explains it all in a Seinfeld. There's actually a Seinfeld about it. And then and when you stamped enough, you got a free sandwich. But in the Seinfeld, Elaine got one of those, and it hadn't been stamped all the way, so she didn't get a free sandwich. She still had to buy a couple more. And that was the present she got from a boyfriend. Sounds like me, basically. But with this 5-star thing, when you don't go there for a while to the particular place you use the 5-star, 5-star will send you a text message saying, "Hey, buddy. Hey, how you doing? Hey, why don't you come back? We miss you, buddy. Come back. If you come back, we'll give you 5 free falafels, 5 free falafels, 5 free falafels, 5 free falafels, 5 free falafels." So I did that, and there was a guy there. I don't know where he was from. This is in Fremont. Fremont has a very multicultural society. You see people from all over the world that have relocated to Fremont for some reason. I'm not sure why. But in Fremont, they have this place, this falafel place, and I went there to use this thing, and the guy there was not speaking the English very well, and I was trying to explain to him this bizarre concept of the 5-star thing, and he was not. It was kind of funny, actually. I was about to walk out because it basically was looking like I wasn't explaining my thing to him. He wasn't explaining to me the menu. The menu of this place is weird. It's like you don't know how you're ordering. I basically wanted I didn't know what I want. I was looking at their menu. I'm like, what do you sell? And he's like, oh, we sell sandwiches and wraps and salads. But none of the pictures up on the menu looked like any of those. And I was just anyway. Luckily, the manager came out, cafe anyway, and he explained, and everybody was happy, and we all danced in the sun. As the sun set, as the sun shone down upon us all in the happy sunlight of the Bay Area, in the multicultural Fremont East Bay area. It was wonderful. And I got my 5 free falafels. It's a doughy sort of thing they make out of chickpeas, ground chickpeas, and they fry it, and there's seasonings in it. But now I'm full of vegetables and a little bit of protein. And I'm happy, and that's all that matters. But the guy that I work with who's sick with strep throat, he's not happy. I'm hoping he's coming back tomorrow. Of course, they haven't told me yet. And tomorrow's Monday, and I need to kind of know if I got to work for him again, if I got to be in his shoes tomorrow. Because if I'm in his shoes, I got to deal with interesting personalities. Because it's an AM station, and we record various talk show hosts. And they're all wonderful, nice people. But apparently one of the talk show hosts has to yell a lot. Well, he doesn't actually yell, but he uses Skype, and when he writes to his usual producer, he writes in all caps, and that looks like he's yelling. And I know this guy is probably about my age, 47-ish, and he should know better that if you write in all caps, it looks like you're yelling, and you need to stop. You need to write like a normal human being. And put a capital letter in there occasionally, not all the time. Because then you look like one of those cartoons. We have a cartoon today, a comic for the Cafe Anyway podcast picture today. And I think And I think you, Valentino, you're going to be in the podcast picture.
Oh, that's great there. Can't wait.
Yes, you. I've chosen you. Wait, weren't you in one recently?
Yeah, might have been D.
Never mind. You, Bison, you're going to be it. Great, I can't wait. Do you know, Dad? What do you guys think about the whole Chris Christie endorsing Trump?
Yeah, I could see that was going to happen.
How did you see that?
Well, because the guys are basically the same. They're both like from New York, New Jersey, and they both, they talk a certain matter-of-fact sort of way.
Yeah, they say what's on their mind. Do you know that? Oh. Is it also because, they offend a lot of people? They irritate a lot of people?
Yeah, that could be it.
And the people that support them, they like the people that they're offending? And maybe that's what's happening? The last debate was so bad, was so crazy, that even Chris Wallace, who is a Fox News host, if you didn't know, he said the GOP debate was an embarrassment for the Republican Party. That's how bad it's gotten. We knew from the very first debate that things were bad. The very first debate was not a Republican debate, was not at all calm or civil. And it has only gotten worse and worse and worse. And these people behave like little children. Oh, but Mike, all politicians act like that. No. There is no, I'm sorry. We as a collective American peoples should not in any way condone this by saying politicians should act this way. No. But Mike, look at the politicians are there because we voted for them. Yes, they have. Some were voted. I did not vote for Ted Cruz or Marco Rubio. I did not ever watch The Apprentice with Donald Trump. I don't agree that we should just go, that's, whatever. That's not, Hillary and Bernie. Okay, the very first debate with them and the other two guys that were still running, very calm, very, nothing like what the Republicans have devolved. They have devolved. They are whiny little kids. If you're a conservative, if you're a Republican, if you are someone that goes, well, America deserves better. America was once great. America in the 1950s. That's what we should be. Conservative Christian values. Everybody praying before they start their job and praying in their car, and everyone being straight. That whole thing. That's your whole Republican conservative mindset. And you believe in morals, and you believe in the Bible, and you believe in not acting like crazy, bratty children. How are you still a Republican is my question. The Republican Party is brats. They won't let, every single thing Obama has done in his presidency, every single thing he has suggested to help move this country in a good direction, to fix things, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be, I think maybe we should dump the trash cans in the no! The Republicans yell no! It doesn't matter whatever Obama says. It's no, and it all goes back to what Mitch McConnell said right after Obama got elected. He said, we will fight him, we will obstruct everything, anything he tries to push, we will say no to. He's going to be a one-term president, obstructionist all the way, the Republican Party. That's what they are, and yeah, I know, and you probably are saying, Mike, I know this, why are you saying this? But it just, if you have Republican friends, really, have you asked them why? If you have strong core conservative Christian values, which is what basically is the root of the Republican Party now, That is why are your leaders acting like children that have no morals and no values, and it's horrid. It's just horrid. Okay, enough of that. Hey, let's get into the news segment today, Matthew's News. We haven't done Matthew's News in a while. I wanted to bring up a very interesting story that I found in, was this oh, rats. I don't know what this came from. Daily Journal. Aha, there we go. The Daily Journal, which you can find in Palo Alto, Menlo Park, Silicon Valley area. They wrote this very interesting article, so we'll get into that. But first, if you'd like to help support this podcast and keep it going, well, it's going to keep going if you support it or not, so I don't even know why I'm saying this. But there is, if you feel like out of the kindness of your heart you'd like to help out, there is a special Amazon link at mikesdailypodcast.com on the left-hand side, or if you are looking at it through your smartphone, it's at the very bottom of the page, and you just click on that whenever you're going to buy anything on Amazon, and you have helped us out, my friend. If you're going to buy something, we get something from that. Thank you very much for doing that. Also, there's the PayPal if you'd like to help the show out. And you'll become an Inglorious Mike's Daily Podcaster. A very tight-knit group of people. And all the Cafe Anyway characters will record for you a very special greeting and send it to you as an MP3 if you help us out through the PayPal. There is also links to where to listen to the show and a myriad of other places. Check out all the places we are on social media. All those links at mikesdailypodcast.com. If you listen to the show on iTunes, make sure to comment and rate the show, and that way more people find out about us if you do that. And there's the podcast picture and all my past interviews and some of the interviews I did back in the 90s when I was on a country station. Yes, I was on a country station. Oh, maybe you're listening to the show because you heard my country show on Country Crossroads Radio. And you're like, wow, country's really conservative and Mike, not so much. Well, who said you can't love country music no matter what political leanings you are, right? Am I right? Am I right? Willie Nelson? Am I right? Willie? Oh, God, I hope Willie doesn't die anytime soon. I heard he's not doing well. A prayer to Willie Nelson right now. If you could just do that on your own, that would be awesome. I know he's old, but I'd like to see the guy get well into his... I want to see him live forever. He should live forever with all the pot he smoked. Although he did smoke it, and that's not the best thing for your lungs. So there we go. Matthew's News.
Matthew's News.
All right. Yes, this was in the Daily Journal in Palo Alto. It said the skyrocketing cost of housing in the Bay Area has caused a ripple effect throughout local public school systems, forcing thousands of families to pull their children out of the school and move elsewhere. A demographer, they look at demographics, Tom Williams said he expects enrollment to slow or decline at many school districts throughout San Mateo County. Palo Alto, I don't know if Palo Alto is part of that county or not, but as families previously living on the fringe of affordability are packing up and moving somewhere cheaper. Williams, an enrollment expert hired by school districts throughout the region to predict ebbs and flows of student populations, said the issue is widespread across the peninsula, San Francisco Peninsula. For those of you not in the Bay Area, it's that big chunk of land that goes from Silicon Valley all the way up to San Francisco. As rising home prices are making the cost of living unsustainable for many families. Yes, it's really bad in the Bay Area. You could probably move here and still pay an awful lot, but you could it was a lot cheaper in 2009 to 2011. Then all of a sudden, Twitter and Facebook and everybody and the whole social media thing took off, and Silicon Valley it just exploded. And prices have gone through the roof. So yeah, for all you people that are saying, we got to make America great again because it sucks, it's still bad as it was in the recession. Nope. Bay Area has shot up. housing prices have exploded. Judging from years of research and trend analysis, Williams said he expects between 5,000 to 7,000 students in public districts between San Mateo and Santa Clara counties could withdraw from their current schools in the coming years as families seek cheaper homes and cost of living elsewhere. The latest extreme, unforeseeable in degree rise in housing costs is having negative enrollment impacts throughout the peninsula and South Bay, according to the report authored by Williams. With these much higher prices and rents likely to continue, many families with modest incomes no longer can afford to live in this area. Williams, who presented his research during a meeting Thursday, February 18th, to officials in the San Mateo Foster City Elementary School District, said in the new few districts where enrollment is not expected to decline, growth rates should slow. A small pocket of the peninsula spanning San Mateo, Belmont, San Carlos, and Foster City is one of the few areas where student enrollment rates will continually to gradually rise. But many other local districts, such as those in Redwood City, East Palo Alto, Millbrae, and even those as far as Cupertino, Sunnyvale, and Fremont, are experiencing enrollment declines, which Williams said will persist. In the San Mateo Foster City Elementary School District, where the student population has grown by nearly 2,000 students in the past decade, Williams said he expects the cost of housing to curtail growth. Now, what this means to you and me is absolutely nothing. Let's go outside a cafe anyway. We're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcaster Valley.
And here's today's podcast picture.
And the podcast picture is Bison Bentley and I chit-chatting. That's right, Rag. We're talking about stuff. Do you know that? Yes, it's wonderful. I had so many other things on my mind that I wanted to talk to you about. Every day as I drove to work in Fremont, I had thoughts and emotions and opinions that welled up inside of me, hearing about the various things going on in the news. And I didn't remember a damn single one of them. Crap. Oh well. Next